Celebrating Women's History on Wish TV is brought to you by Eskenazi Health and Moss Roofing.
Today's celebration of women's history highlights a story that started with growing up in a small Indiana town and has landed in leadership of one of the biggest organizations in Indianapolis. It's a lot of accomplishment in a short period of time.
9 News 8's Adam Pinsker sat down with Taylor Schaefer as she shares her journey.
Last fall, Taylor Schaefer became the youngest president and CEO of Downtown Indy, Inc. That followed several years in city government and the private sector. Taylor Schaefer's path to CEO of Downtown Indy, Inc. began over a decade ago in her hometown of Terre Haute.
And the same thing was true with my mom. My mom grew up in Terre Haute. She graduated from the same high school that I graduated from.
After college, Taylor moved to Indy, and that's really where it all started.
Working for really big major brands, working in the retail and real estate space.
Then it was time for politics. Taylor joined Mayor Joe Hogsett's first mayoral campaign before eventually taking on the roles of communications director, deputy chief of staff, and chief of staff. To her, those roles were much different than what she experienced in the business world. Taylor learned that city government has more of a direct impact on people's lives than even she realized.
Knowing the neighborhood groups that are impacted when violence occurs in their community, knowing the challenges families face in Indianapolis.
Taylor's former boss says her time in city government makes her the perfect fit to lead Downtown Indy, Inc.
At this period of time, as we're coming out of a global, once-in-a-century pandemic, she's very well positioned. She understands the city's challenges.
Taylor says she took to the role because she has a passion for living and working in downtown and is proud of how the area has transformed over the years.
It was a sense of connectivity and culture and place that, as a kid who came up here for back-to-school shopping, I don't think I'd ever experienced.
And although Taylor never envisioned herself as becoming the CEO of Downtown Indy, Inc., she wants to make the most of that role by working with businesses and corporate partners to make Indy a safer and cleaner city.
I think downtown is the reason that I stayed in Indianapolis. Candidly, that wasn't the life plan either. I was going to come here, I was going to work for advertising agencies for a couple of years to get enough experience to go move to a bigger city.
Taylor's advice to those aspiring to be in a leadership role: never be afraid to say yes to a new opportunity. Adam Pinsker to Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.